This is macOS Ken.
Pay no attention to that united group of people. More OS update news. And check, please. It is Friday, the 8th of December, 2023. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from macOS Ken. Brought to you by yours truly and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSKen. Apple is trying an interesting tack negotiating with one retail workers union in the United Kingdom. Refuse to acknowledge their existence. According to a piece from Apple Insider, Apple has rejected the unionization efforts of its UK-based Apple Southampton location, prompting the staff to push for statutory trade union recognition without Apple's approval. The United Tech and Allied Workers, or UTAW, which represents this apparently imaginary group of people, posted to Twitter on Thursday saying Wednesday, management at the Southampton Apple store told staff that it had no intention of recognizing UTAW on a voluntary basis. Apple has informed us that they wish to discontinue talks between the company and the union that are being mediated by the UK's Advisory, Conciliation, and Arbitration Service. With that, the group says, we will immediately begin the process of applying to the Central Arbitration Committee for Statutory Trade Union Recognition, continuing the formal process with or without Apple's involvement. We know that the majority of staff are in support of unionization, and we are confident in the outcome of a ballot. Wait, so they're not a group of unified people, just a group of people trying to unify? Totes different. The piece says Southampton staff has called out Apple for disciplinary processes. Funny, not funny, the same group says management uses the implied threat of disciplinary action to chill union talks. Whichtopia? You mean dystopia? If you tried to pay for something with Apple Pay early Thursday and found yourself unable to do so, it was not just you. Mac Rumors ran a piece Thursday morning talking of the troubles, kicking off at 2:04 in the morning on the West Coast, 5:04 back east. Apple's system status page had a couple of trouble tickets, one saying that some users may have experienced issues with web and in-app payments, and the other saying some may have experienced issues managing, purchasing, or topping up transit cards. Wow, during the morning commute. Probably not a big deal, he said sardonically. 5 hours and change these issues. Apple's notes say the problems were resolved by 7:40 Pacific, 10:40 Eastern. With likely less than a week before its public release, macOS Sonoma 14.2 has gotten a second release candidate, or developers have gotten a second release candidate of it. According to a piece on the RC from Mac Rumors, the release candidate version of macOS Sonoma 14.2 represents the finalized version of the software that will be released to the public should no major issues be found. Which makes the arrival of a second one kind of funny. There's a neat new feature coming in iOS 17.2, or a feature about which I hadn't heard anyway. Yet another piece from Mac Rumors says the next update for iPhone will bring a NameDrop-like feature for sharing movie tickets, boarding passes, and other types of tickets and passes found in Apple Wallet. While users can already share such passes through AirDrop, messages, mail, and the like, the new feature should simplify that process. To use the feature, Mac Rumors says open the Wallet app and tap on the pass you want to share, then hold your phone near the top of another iPhone, and a share button will appear below the pass on your iPhone. Finally, tap on the share button to send the pass to the other iPhone via AirDrop. The piece points out that both phones looking to share have to be running iOS 17.2. Props today to the people at Apple TV Plus. Rather than calling the one picture they posted of an upcoming show a first look, the Cupertino streamer's press release says they have shared a glimpse at the upcoming action-packed psychological thriller, Constellation. I feel heard. The girl with the dragon tattoos, Noomi Rapace, leads the series, along with Better Call Saul actor Jonathan Banks. Well, they say Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, though to me he will always be Buzz Hickey from Season 5 of one of the greatest TV shows ever to ever, Community. But I digress. According to the press release, Constellation stars Rapace as Jo, an astronaut who returns to Earth after a disaster in space, only to discover that key pieces of her life seem to be missing. The action-packed space adventure is an exploration of the dark edges of human psychology and one woman's desperate quest to expose the truth about the hidden history of space travel and recover all that she has lost. 8 episodes in this conspiracy-based psychological thriller drama. The mind-bleepery begins when the first 3 episodes drop on Wednesday, the 21st of February. And finally today, a check from a guy who is no longer with us to a store that I'm pretty sure doesn't exist anymore has raked in so much money. I told you earlier this week of a check to Radio Shack signed by Apple co-founder Steve Jobs in 1976 going up for auction. And up it went. And up, and up, and up. Originally written for $4.01, the firm handling the sale had expected the note to sell for about $25,000. One could say it overperformed. A piece from Apple Insider says when the hammer fell, the price had reached $46,063. Man, the checks I write aren't worth anything. This week on the checklist, brought to you by SecureMac, device management firm Jamf likes lockdown mode, though they see an area of worry around it. We'll look at what they're looking at, plus the 23andMe data breach story just keeps getting worse. We will look at the latest. You are looking for the checklist. That's checklist number 355, 23andMe and 7 million others. Find it now wherever you get podcasts. macOS Can, brought to you by me and supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSCan. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media. Online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macoscan.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.